Nothing here is boring. It's different every day, and that's what I love. My name is Susan Connors. My job title, I'm the HSU Mental Health Supervisor. I work at Elaine Hunt Correctional Center, and I've been here for 10 years. I have a master's degree, and I'm a licensed professional counselor. The part of the job that I enjoy the most is actually working with the acutely mentally ill, because you learn them, you learn what they do every day. You get to know them, and then they get to know you, so you're not a stranger to them anymore. You're kind of like, you're their counselor, but you're still their friend, and then they build trust in you to open up more.
My name is Taylor Ferris. I am a social worker at Raymond LaBorde Correctional Center. I had an idea of what I was walking into, but when I got here, I was pleasantly surprised with the way I was treated. It's a completely different environment than I expected. The men are very respectful. You create relationships and see these men grow. There's a quote that I really applied to my job, and that's, if you want to change the hearts of men, change how they view themselves. Get them to truly see themselves as who they were, are today, and will be tomorrow. And that's something that, as a social worker, you have to go in knowing that you're meeting the person where they are in that moment and being able to identify where they want to go. To be a social worker for the Department of Corrections, you have to have a master's degree in social work. You have to be certified with the board, CSW, and then within a year of being hired, you have to go and get your license to be an LMSW.
I'm a licensed professional counselor, and we have to get our additional CEUs, 40 CEUs, every 2 years to maintain our position.
The duties of a social worker for the Department of Corrections entails a lot of different things, but the main ones would be intakes for new offenders coming into the facility, doing individual psychotherapy as well as group therapy, facilitating the psychiatric appointments through teleconference, doing mental health emergencies, and as well as setting up mental health aftercare for the offenders that we'll be releasing.
We see them individually, we see them for groups, and we make rounds throughout our cell block area and again our HSU treatment area. My job has taught me to be more patient and understanding, which you don't learn in school. That's like on-the-job training. But you work with so many different types of people, from the acutely mentally ill to personality disorders, so you learn different ways to talk to each.
The skills that are necessary to be a social worker in the Department of Corrections outside of your degree would be definitely patience, critical thinking, working on your feet, because sometimes things happen and you have to be able to respond appropriately for that situation. Also, time management. We are very busy, so it's something to be able to map out your week and know what exactly you're going to do, as well as being sociable and building rapport with different people. My position as social worker for the Department of Corrections does provide me with good advancement. I came in as a CSW and Social Worker 1, and within a year I was at a Social Worker 2 with my LMSW. It also provides me adequate amount of time to work towards my CSW, which was very beneficial to me.
We have supervisor positions. We would have one for each area, one for HSU, one for our Unit 2 and Unit 3, one for our A&I staff, and one for our Unit 1 staff. There's always opportunities for advancement.
The benefits of state employment are definitely the paid holidays. I definitely enjoy that, especially coming from the background before corrections. Also, the ability to accrue K-time, which is if you work overtime, that's time for you that you can use later. That's been a huge benefit to me as well as the health insurance. That was a definite bonus for me.
You have insurance, you have retirement, you can have an opportunity to build like a 401k, so you're not worried about what's going to happen to you in the future. I would encourage people to come to the DOC, because this job, it's a challenge. It's never boring, which is the benefit of the job, because I've worked in other positions, not with the DOC, and it's kind of like, oh, you kind of hate to get up every day. With this job, I love it. I'm here every day. I volunteer to come in when it's not necessarily my duty or my task for the day, but I love this job. DOC is wonderful.
Every day for every citizen.